This video is going to give a brief overview of how to access the file properties of an individual file, edit those properties, edit who has access to that file, who can write to that file, those kind of properties. So you can see here on the desktop we have this file called super secret text, and inside of it we have this amazing information that the world is going to end on December 22nd and we can't tell anybody. So what we're going to do is go ahead and we want so that if anybody sits down at this computer and somehow manages to log in as me, they aren't able to see this file. So what we would go ahead and do is right click on it and open up properties. So we have the properties. So you can see that this is the name, this is the type of file that it is, and this is the program that opens it. So what we can go ahead and do here is click change, and if we wanted WordPad to open this instead of Notepad, we click that, we click OK, and it always uses WordPad instead of Notepad. So we can do read only. So this means that somebody can only read the file, they can't edit the file. We can do hidden, so that means that it would hide it. So basically if you didn't have the hidden file attributes set, you wouldn't be able to find this file. It would still be there, but it just wouldn't, Windows wouldn't display it for you readily. So that's one thing we could do, but that's not really a great security feature. How about if so let's go to the security tab and see what that one provides. So what do we have here? We have object name, and we have groups or users. So these are all of the individuals that have access to this particular file. So you can see that we have system, DOM, administrators, and if we click on those we can see DOM, and then down here we see what permissions they have. So DOM has permissions, he has full control over this, which is this account right here. He has full control. He can modify, read, execute, read, write, special permissions. Administrators, they have it as well. But let's say I'm super paranoid and I don't want administrators to have access to this file, only myself. Because an administrator could be somebody else on this computer. So what I would do is I'd click edit, and I'd click on administrators and I'd remove them. But it won't allow us because administrators has access to this object based on the fact that administrators automatically has access to the desktop folder that it's in. So then what we have to do is we have to go up here and we hit exit and we hit cancel, and we have to go down here to advanced permissions, and we do change permissions, and then we remove this. So if we remove this, it means that the desktop settings will no longer automatically be added to the security. So right now nobody has access to the super secret text file. See, if we hit, so if we do that, basically that means that nobody has access to this file. Not even me as DOM has access to this file. So if I go ahead and hit OK, apply an OK, and exit out of this, I would not be able to access the super secret text file, and I wouldn't be able to access the permissions on it. So basically I've just created a file that nobody in the world has access to. Kind of a problem. So if I go ahead and click add, and I go ahead and put in DOM, and click OK, and then I give myself full control, because obviously I want full control of this file, but I want nobody else to have it. And I go ahead and click apply, and I click OK, and I click OK again. You'll see only I have access to that file. Only DOM has access to this file. So if I were to come in as an administrator, log into this account, find DOM's desktop, and click on the super secret text, I wouldn't be able to access it. Only DOM has access to this file. So that's one way that we can set up security permissions inside Windows to be able to limit who has access. Where this becomes handy, if I'm running it's the same settings, if I'm running a file server on a very large company, and let's say I only want to have administrators to have access to the financial data for the company. So only like 3 people in the top of the administration need that information. I only give those 3 people access, plus myself as an administrator, so that I can manage who has access to that folder, and I eliminate everybody else. So when anybody else tries to access that file, they are unable to. So again, that's just a very, very, very high level of some of the things you can do with a folder. Security is a very complicated subject that takes a lot of time and a lot of research to learn. And there are a ton of different permissions, ways that you can allow who has access to, who doesn't have access to, that kind of a thing.